Hi everyone! Recently, I've been watching a few YouTubers who in their videos said that they don't really want to niche down their content because they want their audience to come for them, for their personality, for who they are. And I think it is a legitimate way, a legitimate strategy of growing. But then it sort of makes me think about this topic of personality, especially personality in front of the camera. A lot of people think that they have a personality, and there's a good reason for that. Each of us has a different personality. Nobody is identical, nobody is exactly the same, and that is a personality. Something that belongs to just you, your own personality. However, when we talk about personality on YouTube, on camera, I think it's a different thing. Viewers perceived creators' personality differently from how people around you perceive your personality. And that's why I think that there are creators who can succeed with their personality, and there are creators who are not as successful using their own personality. Some creators have more personality on camera than others, and I think you can tell that too. You can feel that too. There are a lot of people who think that they have a personality, they have a great personality, and they can draw people in to watch their content because they have a personality, but then later find out that it's in fact not the case. When talking about having a personality, especially if you want to succeed on YouTube, then you have to consider, is your personality interesting enough for people? There are people who are massively successful due to who they are. The most prominent example is Liza Koshy, an extremely interesting and extremely likable YouTuber who has, I think, like over 20 million subscribers, because she's just funny, she's just interesting. Everybody watches her content for her personality. Yet her content is interesting, but I would argue that the same type of content wouldn't work for someone else that doesn't have her personality. You have to understand how YouTube viewers perceive personality because they don't know you in real life. All they can see is you through the camera, through the screen, and that's why they will have a very different view on you than the people you know in real life. For YouTube viewers, having a personality is usually about how they perceive your authenticity, your humor, your ability to articulate things, your energy, your relatability. If all of these aspects of you are interesting to viewers and they like you, then they will watch your content for you. Sometimes maybe they don't need to know how to fix a car, or they don't need to know how to cook a meal, but they like you, so they just watch the content for you. Having a personality is never about being loud or being eccentric. It is about being who you are on screen that is relatable, someone that people feel like they can connect to, and they can see a part of themselves in you, or a part of people around them in you, and that's what makes them stay. Beside Liza Koshy, I can think of a few other YouTubers who I watch their content for their personalities, such as Kathleen Lights or RP Park. They are very likable, and that contributes hugely to their success. If you want to succeed with your personality, then you probably should understand that sometimes, even when you have a personality, it doesn't really get expressed through the screen. And there are a few reasons that I can think of. When you film a video, you are talking to a camera, and it can put pressure on you. You feel like you are putting on a performance, and that can kill your authenticity. That can kill your personality. You put on another facade so that it is more appropriate or more acceptable to society, to people who are watching your content. And sometimes dial down a part of yourself is necessary, but when it inhibits your authenticity, it inhibits who you are, it might also work against you. Also, for people who are a little bit shy or who are more on the introverted side, it's harder for them to show their personality, especially when they or you are in isolation. What I mean by that is you are talking to a camera by yourself. You are not interacting with anyone. You are not interacting with the circumstances around you. And it's hard to express your personality when all you do is talking by yourself and not interacting with people or being put in different situations. So, with all that talk, do you think that you are a likable person? You have an interesting personality? And do you need to be likable? Do you need to be interesting to succeed on YouTube? I think the honest answer is if you do have one, it's gonna be easier for you. People get drawn to likable figures. So, for normal people who don't have an exceptional, likable personalities, it can be harder. But it doesn't mean that you are doomed to fail. There is no perfect YouTube personality. Just like in real life, people are drawn to different kinds of people. For example, I think that a lot of people are drawn to confident people. But there is not one type of confidence. There are people who have that type of loud confidence, and there are people who have that type of quiet confidence. An example of loud confidence is someone like Cardi B. I think she is very confident. I think she is very sure about herself. She is not ashamed of who she is, and she expresses herself accordingly. And then there are other people with quiet confidence. It's up to your own preferences. I personally get drawn to people who are a bit humble, who exude confidence, but still has a sense of relatability, who is down to earth. That's just the typical type of people, of creators that I like. But then there are others who like their content creators to be loud, to be really confident, to be sure of themselves, to always talking in a certain way that make them feel motivated, that make them feel inspired. We are just drawn to different people. That's why, like I said, there's no perfect YouTube personality. So if you are one of those creators who want to succeed with your personality, I'm not saying that you need to change who you are, but I'm saying that maybe you will need to pay more attention to how you deliver your content, to how you are expressing yourself. And if it's not working for you, if the personality thing is not working for you, there are other ways to succeed on YouTube without having a personality. It's not the only way. However, if you decide to go the personality route, then maybe there would be a point in time where you have to deal with criticism about your personality. It could be some comments saying things like, you are too loud, or you are too quiet, or your voice is annoying, etc. These comments can be extremely hurtful, and I hope you don't get those hurtful comments. But the truth is, as someone who put themselves online, you will probably get one or two of those hurtful or negative comments. So the important thing is to focus on the positivity instead of the negativity, to be sure of who you are and not get swayed by others people's opinions, and to focus on developing resilience so that you are not affected by those negative comments for too long. I myself used to think that I am one of those people with personality, with a strong personality, because people around me also keep telling me the same things. But once I turn on the camera and once I started my YouTube channel and watch other content creators, I've realized very early on that maybe I have a strong personality in real life, but that might not be the case on camera. On camera, I think I appear very normal. Like I wouldn't consider myself to have a strong personality on camera, and therefore I wouldn't think that using personality to draw viewers in my case, is very effective. So I should focus on other aspects of making content instead of just my personality. But for you guys who want people to come to you because of your personality, I think that focusing on developing your true self, your authenticities, should be on top of your list. And for people who are like me, who don't think that their personality is enough, then we can focus on other aspects of making content, and you can totally succeed on YouTube by being knowledgeable about a certain topic and then teach about it to your audience. And if you don't have a strong presence or a strong personality on camera, you can also express your personality via visuals, editing styles, or like unique catchphrases. There are different things that can express your personality besides just your voice. The reason I want to talk about this is because I hear a lot of discussions about having a personality to succeed on YouTube. And I myself, in the past, feels a lot of pressure about developing a personality for the camera. And the pressure to be on all the time is really tiring, and I don't wish it for any one of you. Nowadays, I feel a little bit more relaxed in my approach. I still don't think I have that much of a personality on camera, and that is fine. I accept it as part of myself, and I will focus on other aspects of my content creation. I hope you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less pressure if you are one of those people who feel like they need to have a personality. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.